and welcome to another episode of Kid Chronicles News. I'm Ava.
And I'm Savannah. Today we're going to draw on a really important subject, pencils.
There is a legend in England that a storm in the 1500s that knocked over a tree. Inside the hole left by the tree was a soft, shiny black substance no one nearby had ever seen before, and it could leave marks on things.
First, only the local farmers found a purpose for this stuff. They used it to mark their sheep. They called it plumbago, from the Latin word plumpus, or lead, because it looked and marked a lot like lead. It wasn't until 1789 that they started to call it graphite, because the Greek word for graphen means to write, but most people still call it pencil lead to this day.
The first graphite sticks were messy. People who used the sticks to write would wrap them in string or animal skin to keep it from marking all over their hands. In 1565, a man named Conrad Gessner drew an idea for putting a stick in graphite into a tube of wood so it wouldn't break. This became the first ever drawing of what we now call a pencil.
In 1794, France was at war with England and couldn't really get the really good English graphite. The French government asked an engineer named Nicolas Jean Contré to try to figure something else out how to make pencils. He took a lower quantity graphite, mixed it with clay, and baked it. It didn't write as nicely as English graphite, but it worked well enough. It also taught people that could experiment with graphite how to make pencil lead softer or harder.
In the United States, a man named Charles Dunbar found a graphite deposit in New Hampshire. He opened one of the first pencil-making businesses in the U.S. with his brother John Thoreau. His son, John's son, Henry David, needed a job after college and started working with his dad. Together, they refined graphite to make it less brittle and less greasy, and made pencils that were very soft, medium soft, and hard. They gave these different types of pencils numbers. Number 1 was the softest, and number 4 was the hardest. Number 1 pencils smudge really easily, and numbers 3 and 4 pencils break really easily. That's why most people in the U.S. write with number 2 pencils. So all these years later, these are number 2 pencils.
You can see the numbers right here, number 2. When pencils were first invented, people crumbled up old bread to erase pencil marks. In 1770, Joseph Priestley was a chemist and a minister. He learned of a new gum being harvested from the trees in South America. He realized it was really good at taking the pencil marks off of paper with a little bit of rubbing. He called the gum rubber and carried it with his pencils wherever he went.
On March 30th, 1858, a man named Herman Lippmann received the very first patent for attaching a little piece of rubber at the end of a pencil so people could erase their mistakes anytime. This is that rubber.
It's called an eraser now.
Now almost all number 2 pencils are made with attached erasers.
Thank you for joining us to learn all about pencils. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can find out more cool things about in our next episode. Bye!